Hello, I'm Volf. As you can see from the thumbnail, today we're going to talk about Maestro and Wanderer's armaments, specifically as the support build performers. To begin with, there are two options for us support performers to use in PvP. The first one is the tank weapon, and the other one is the infamous Bewitch weapon. As you can see from the effects, both of them are really good for us. Unlike the other third classes, whereas they usually only have one obvious weapon to choose, we are blessed with this dilemma. Let's try to see those weapons one by one. By the way, don't skip or stop the video until the later part because you might miss something to learn from this video. Let's start with this Bewitch weapon, the one that makes everyone hates us. It has huge pack bonus, huge max HP bonus, and the infamous 10% chance to proc Bewitch. It can proc a 5 seconds Bewitch debuff, and can be procced by all of type attack and skills. Unlike Fascinated debuff from Siren Song, it doesn't have movement speed slow. Here is some of my old DD clip, where I can put enemy priest out of position in a fight. You can see the priest has very good positioning and tries to avoid my whale ranger. But how unfortunate he got bewitched and surrendering his life to my whale. Here's another sample where it shows how ridiculous it is. No wonder I get pack you roll up every time. Lured from the very edge to the center. Haha. But there's one small problem with this weapon. As a full support class that use two-handed weapon, we performer can't use shield and have compromised survivability. By using Bewitch weapon, we're not that tanky unless we're in angel form. Well, yeah, we can be quite tanky actually, but can't really tank higher tier enemy or whales. You can see me here tried as hard as I can to Bewitch, but still got bullied in the end. So that's why we actually have another option given to us. Let's take a look at the other weapon. We have another option of weapon that can make us tanky as wearing a shield. As you can see from its +6 refine, just by activating Frigg's song, ORUHV will give us DMG our +20%. And it's actually +20% per song, so for both songs, it's actually +40% total damage reduction. Just by activating Frigg's song and UHV, which is absolutely going to be used every time in a fight. That's why sometimes you meet performers that are tanky even not using their angel form. Let's take a look at this clip. You can see even with 200k CP differences, I can even tank all of the damage using the tank weapon. But as you can see, without the Bewitch weapon, he can just go away from me no problem. Without Bewitch, all of your annoyance would rely on your debuff cards, and people will still can just ignore you. So with this weapon, you're trading off your infamous Bewitch with extra tankiness. So that's all folks for today's video. You guys can adjust your build and weapon of choice to suit up your playstyle and needs. Bewitch weapon allows you to be annoyance and makes people out of their position. But the lack of shield can be answered with the tank weapon. Wow, you're still here even though I said, so that's all folks for today's video. Then you deserve to learn about the real educational content of today's video then. Haha! Actually, I lied when I said we need to choose one of these weapons. The truth is you can get the best of the two worlds. This is a lesson for people that always skip and stop watching my educational video halfway. For you guys that are still here watching, let's learn how to do it. Let's see what I tested here with Cyan from Hammerfall. Here is my damage reduction stats before you HV and Friggs song. By using tank weapon, as expected, my damage reduction stats has gone through the roof. Haha, I can do Bewitch. And as you can see, I still even have my boosted damage reduction. Here's another proof that I still have both damage reduction and Bewitch capability. So what just happened? Some of you might already get the idea by just looking at the previous clip. For you guys that still don't get it, it's just a simple weapon switch. But there's some rules to follow to do the switch to ensure we get both of the weapon effects. Fret not, it's very simple to follow. Let's check it out. The simple rule is just to remember to switch to tank weapon before casting those two songs. Here's how my noob stat looks like after casting Friggs and UHV with Bewitch weapon. And here my damage reduction after subscribing Volf999 YouTube and switch to tank weapon right before casting Friggs and UHV. After that, just switch back to your Bewitch weapon and do your usual things to annoy the enemies. Then you can still annoy while enjoying the extra damage reduction boost at the same time. The damage reduction will linger as long the buffs are active, but don't ever recast those buffs while wearing the Bewitch weapon. Here's how it would be if I forgot that simple rule and mistakenly recasting the buffs without switching back to the tank weapon. The extra thick buffs are gone. So be careful and get a good practice to master this tech. Well, this simple trick is kinda obvious and simple to understand. It might be a hassle to do in a practical PvP scenario. I even heard that there's people that know about this trick but never bother to do so because it's too hassle. Well, for you guys that are still watching and not dropping the video, let me give you another tips. Starting from the most obvious one, put your Bewitch weapon and tank weapons in the shortcuts. Next to the less but still obvious, I intendedly used different seasoned weapons to make me easier to remember which is which. Use the newest and your most powerful weapon as your Bewitch weapon, and the previous season weapon as the tank weapon. Because we will use Bewitch weapon 95% of the time, and just switch to tank weapon just to recast Friggs. So lesser weapon is more proper to be used as tank weapon here. Then finally my favorite one, utilizing skill bar. You can put multiple skills in a single hotkey by placing them in skill bar setting like this. Then you can just easily spam one hotkey to recast both of them interchangeably. As you can see, my tank weapon shortcut is F2, and my recast buffs are on hotkey 2. By setup this way, I find the weapon switching technique is more doable. Okay folks, that's all for today's video. If you think that you like Rue educational videos about not so well-known information or tips, please consider to subscribe. Or you can help to share and comment on the video. It's a very big help for small creator like me. Thank you for watching till the end, and see you on the next video.